Okay, so today, thank you very much, Erin, for letting us come aboard your boat today.
Thank you for coming.
My pleasure. And tell us a bit about your boat, Erin.
Well, this is a 39 foot, I'll probably get it totally wrong. It's 12 metres, I think.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, a catamaran, Kurt Hughes.
Kurt Hughes.
Yeah, custom made. So it's a bit different. Everyone thinks it's a lagoon, but it's just a custom built one.
Okay, yeah, well it looks very nice. You've got lots of nice light, natural light coming in through the windows, very well ventilated.
That's my favourite thing, the windows, it's just beautiful.
You can just look out all the time and you don't feel cooped up.
It's great. You're just like, oh, there's a turtle.
As you run over it. And how did you come up with the boat name? What's the boat name again?
Listless.
Listless.
Which is really hard to say.
It is a listless, can be. You've got a bit of a speech impediment. Or if you're over the radio trying to do your...
thirsty sound.
Yes. Thirsty sound. This is listless. Over.
And they're like, oh, can you just, like, what do you know how you go, Lima, Indigo, after doing that? Yeah.
I've got it written down.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Bravo, Alpha.
We did not come up with it. We didn't come up with the name. But I kind of liked it because
I like Listless.
Yeah, I'm from a family with a lot of lists. Like they write lists all the time.
Oh, okay.
Which is great, like organisation. But I'm not like that, so I kind of like that. Not having a list.
Yes.
But but I think it's to do with being sluggish and having no sense of direction.
Yes, which is not what you wanted for a boat.
No.
Really, no, you don't want it to be listless at all.
But anyway, we thought because it's bad luck if you change the name or something.
Yes, well, we were lucky or unlucky. Our boat had actually sunk in the boatyard before we bought it, which is why we bought it off the insurance company after the Brisbane floods. And it had gone underwater during that time. It was on its side for, it looked like it had been on its side for 6 years with the rot inside. But so we felt that we could actually confidently change the name. Our boat was called Prindy, which we don't know what that means. I've tried to Google it. I don't know who the previous owners were.
Wow.
But we felt pretty confident that we could change the name.
I love the name Bakali. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Bakali. Not back alley, like some people call it back alley or Bakali. I've got a girlfriend, she's called it, she says, oh, we're on Bakali today. I'm like, no, you're not on Bakali.
I love it, Bakali. It really rolls off the tongue. It's really nice.
It's actually an Indigenous name, and I don't know from what tribe, but we were looking for ages to come up with a name, and I found it online under an Aboriginal alphabet, or a dictionary rather, Aboriginal dictionary that had a whole lot of different words, and we thought that we wanted something short, so that when we're on the radio we don't have to have a long name.
Yeah, I love it. It's really strong. It's a strong name.
It goes okay. Well, anyway, it means to go quickly. In Aboriginal, it means quickly.
Wow.
Apparently, so we liked that as
well.
We're
the complete opposite.
Tell us about your living situation on board.
Yeah, so we have been living on the boat for 12 months.
Yes.
And
who are you? You and...
Oh, yeah, my husband Ramsey.
Yes.
And 2 kids. Elvis, 6, and Daisy, 3.
Wow. So lived on board for a year, and how's that going?
Yeah, well, the boat's up for sale. No, it's been a really good 13 months it is. See, I'm even counting the months. No. It's been really good, but it's been really challenging. As you know.
Yes.
Like, it is challenging.
It is. At the best of times, let alone with 2 littlies, it'd be very challenging. There's only so far they can run around, and they should probably get stir crazy.
Yep. And I think, you get quite anxious, like, sometimes, especially when the weather's not great, and you're going, you're beating into it, or... Say beating? No, it's more...
beating into the wind. What do they say? What do the boys say?
Yeah, I heard him say something. Bashing?
Is it bashing?
But it gets pretty hairy, you know. And then you hear, it's just...
And do the kids get scared of the big waves?
No,
or
Elvis does not get scared at all. He'll
do
be
they
up there.
think
Oh, that one came right
So
over.
is it more like a big amusement park? Yeah,
Yeah,
like a
it's
latte.
just
Yippee!
Yep, Elvis is just like, yeah, but then Daisy just falls asleep.
Oh.
So it's kind of good. They're perfect like that, yeah.
No,
Or
that's
she
good.
spews.
Seasickness. Yeah. So who gets seasick on board?
Well, Daisy and I, really.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, Rams does not get seasick.
Yeah, it seems to be that women get it more than men. I don't know why that is, but it's a thing. Women do get seasick more than men, apparently.
You don't, though.
No.
I saw that on a video that you don't get it.
No, I don't.
That's
Touch
great,
wood.
yeah.
Maybe I will sometime in the future, but luckily so far, no seasickness.
So Don doesn't get it, does it?
No,
Either?
he's more likely to get it than me. He said he has had it in the past working on fishing boats, but he hasn't had it since I've known him.
It's probably the smell of fish.
Could be, that could be the thing that puts him
Because he
off.
doesn't like it.
Doesn't like fish.
Yeah.
And so, do you do any schooling on board with Elvis being
Yes.
six?
Yep.
Yep,
So
what
grade
you do?
prep. Yeah. Homeschool. Just we've basically written up a curriculum. It's
Yes.
very loose, but yeah, he's doing really well. He's for the whole year. He's come from not being able to read to being able to read, and it's really exciting.
Well, that's a real achievement. You should feel very proud of yourself for being
I
able
am
to
really
do that.
proud, actually.
Because it's very hard to get their attention
Oh, it's
span
freaking
and
unbelievable.
hold it and try and actually teach them something. And
Smarties. That's what I like.
right, there's
Smarties.
nothing wrong with a bribe.
Nah, 10 Smarties, and every
Okay.
time he doesn't listen, I just put a Smartie away, and then
Yep.
he just has to gets it.
The other thing that I did with my kids when they were small was I used to have a chart with stars on it,
That's
a
so
star
good.
chart.
Yeah.
And they would get stars for good behaviour, reward the good behaviour. And, you know, stars could be removed as well.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Just,
He likes to see the reward right in front of him, that's the only thing.
Yeah.
And then, you know, sometimes if he's read the book really well, he'll just go, I think that deserves a Smartie.
Yes. And how did your family feel about you going away, say, on a boat with the kids?
Yeah, I think by the time, because we'd sort of already sold our house and travelled, so they were already over that. That was with my family. They were okay. They were sort
So
of.
what sort of travelling did you do previously?
Oh, Ramsey built a camp, a slide-on camper
Okay.
for the back of our ute.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, and so we sort of slept in there. It was really cool, and we did that for 9 months, and then we sort of that's how we sort of went up the coast and found the boat, and sort of thought we'll take the sea experience rather than the land for a little
Well,
while.
don't give it a go. And look, how have you found it overall? Look,
Yeah,
don't
overall,
have to say it's
no.
great if it's not. This is just to talk
I
about
hated it.
all sorts of aspects of boating. It doesn't have to be great for everyone in all situations.
Yeah, I think I'd love to be able to. So from a mother, like being me as a mum, like there's mums out there that are probably more relaxed, and because there are people overseas, like women overseas, like with kids and dads overseas. But I think for me, I just feel that's holding me back a little bit. Like I just feel like I'm constantly thinking about them, rather than like if it was just the two of us. I think I'd be more daring,
A bit more relaxed.
so much more relaxed.
Yeah.
with everything.
You'd constantly be, well, I could imagine that you'd be constantly thinking, where are they? And I know they've got their life jackets that they wear.
Yeah.
And but it's a worry.
It is it's like them before me. Like I think, like I don't know, and I find it really hard to. I haven't really adopted the whole sailing thing. Like I don't really know about sails and that, which is I know like I would get canned from
I
other
don't
women.
either. I don't. Look, it's all I'm learning all the time. I never know. Look, they've got terminology for everything. Don's always trying to test me and say, "What's that corner of the sail? What's that bottom corner of the sail called?" And I say, "I haven't got a clue. I think it's a clue." But usually, I've got nothing.
Is that what it's called? It's
Apparently.
actually called. See, I'll remember that now.
Clue. I haven't got a clue. Actually, I'm probably wrong, but I know one of the corners is a clue. Help
Wow.
us out if you're playing at home. I've got really no idea.
I think the thing is that's I learned from other people. Like,
Yeah.
I think Rams, like, you know, I think I've heard that though. When a partner is trying to tell you something,
Yeah.
like,
More
I'll
likely to
be,
switch off.
yeah, I'll be just thinking, like, geez, I want to cut that eyebrow hair off.
Yeah,
Like,
what am I going to cook for dinner tonight?
yes. But then when you're talking to someone else, you're really focused. And yeah, it's not all the time, but
No,
you know,
I know what you mean.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Or the kids are screaming in the background and I
Yes.
just can't concentrate. And yeah,
You know, I had a girlfriend, she grew up on a boat, and she was telling me that her parents used to tie them to the mast. And I think, she's saying tie them to the mast, but I'm thinking that maybe it was like, you know how there used to be kids' straps, and I know I used to have my daughter walking around the shopping centre on a lead, and people used to think I was the worst parent on the planet, but she was a runner. My daughter was a runner, so I had one in the pram, and she was running off. I just have her on a lead attached to the pram, so I'm thinking that maybe they were attached to some sort of a kiddie leash and they're strapped to a mast. Well, at least you know where they are.
I think that's a great idea. Well, if Elvis is fishing or something, like we'll click on a harness. Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
No. Oh, yeah, it's great. No.
And so have you had any experience with boats prior to coming aboard?
Shit, no, nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Yep.
Absolutely nothing.
Cruise ship?
Oh, I've been on a cruise ship.
Yes.
And I hadn't been sick, and I thought, I'll be right.
I can do this.
Yep.
Nothing to worry about.
I've been on like the kangaroo ferry or whatever, and everyone else was vomiting, and I was fine.
Yep.
So I thought, yeah, I'll be right with the seasickness. That did not work out, but yeah.
It's a different sort of movement, I suppose, on
Yeah.
a smaller vessel to a big boat.
It is.
So, yeah, and it's for longer periods of time. You've been living on board for about 12, 13 months.
Yeah.
And did it take Ramsey much to convince you to live on board, or were you keen?
No, yeah, there was a time he got Ross River fever. This is when we decided we're going to do it. And then he got Ross River fever and we didn't know what was wrong with him.
Okay.
And he was really sick. And I'm like, babe, I don't think we should. I think we need to get you checked out. I think something's wrong, you know. And I'm like, we can't do it. If you're not healthy, you really can't sail a boat, really, can you?
No, you want to be pretty healthy.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously there's people with disabilities.
Yeah,
and people
yes.
But certainly as far as your health goes with a
Sickness
virus
one,
or
yes.
a fever or something, you want to make sure you certainly know what the diagnosis is and not head off into the seas not knowing if you're not feeling great.
That was the only time I questioned it, but we got through that and he got better and it's all good. So but other than that, I just think I said to Ramsey when he came up with the idea, I said, I'm not really good with the water, like I'm not a water person. And he's like, but that doesn't matter, like, and I'm like, but I'm willing to try.
Yeah,
willing
that's
to
the
have a
main
go.
thing.
And I just think, what the hell, like I don't know if I'm gonna like it or not.
Yeah. And I guess, was there that choice of, do we get a monohull or a catamaran, or was it because of the kids, it was a no-brainer?
Yeah, I think that was kind of the thing. Rams always has liked cats. And he just wanted to, that was his ultimate, to get a cat. And he said that they're more like stable, and like you can just leave things and they'll just stay there.
Yeah.
That's not to say it's not rocking, but it just seems to stay there.
And how long did it take you to find a boat once the search had started? Was it
Not very long.
Not long?
No.
Yeah. Okay. How many boats do you think you would have looked at?
Only 3.
Okay, best of 3. That's a policy I have with all things in when I go shopping.
Yeah, that's the thing though. If you've got a boat, if you've got a budget, you don't have as much to choose from.
No, that's right. It sort of reduces the selection pretty quickly.
Yeah, yeah. So that was budget and just
And what features do you love about your boat?
Definitely the windows.
Yes.
Probably the cockpit. I just sort of like that.
It's very roomy.
Yeah.
We'll have a look at that later, folks. We'll do a tour
Yeah.
if that's all right with you.
Yeah, no, that's great. Probably our bed. I feel like it's a little cave.
It is a nice
Yeah.
area. Yep, very cosy.
Yeah, and I don't mind the galley, although it gets really hot and you can't seem to cool it down, but
It's roomy though.
it's roomy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And were you involved in the boat purchasing project, or was that all pretty much Ramsey?
Yeah, I just trust him. I just say, yeah. And the thing, yeah, like I just say, yeah, I like that. Yeah, I think if you think that's going to work, he'll you know.
He's obviously got you in mind when he's making these
Yeah.
choices. It's not just all about what he wants. He can see that he's buying something for the family to enjoy.
Yeah, to have the windows all around, it's not just for the view, which is mainly, but it's to see the kids. So if they're,
Yes, actually, that's
where's
very
the kids?
true.
And then
you can look everywhere around and see
Yeah.
very quickly where they would be.
And that was my main concern. I'm like, we need to have it safe for the kids. So the cockpit's got that really quite a bit of a, it's quite closed in. So, you know, like it's got a bit of a playpen, we call it.
Yeah.
So that was more for the kids. So that was a huge tick.
Okay.
Really. Yeah.
Very
And
good.
probably the galley being downstairs because the kids are upstairs. And
Yes, keeps them out of the way, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
They're less likely to come and interfere.
yeah, you get
guess.
burned or something. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah.
And where have you been sailing so far?
Yeah, we bought the boat in Burham Heads and we went up to past Hinchinbrook.
Yep.
Yeah, and we came sort of around and then but we went as far south as Surfers Paradise.
Okay.
Gold Coast, yeah,
Yep.
which was pretty cool down there.
Oh, any favourite spots so far?
Well, probably I loved Moreton Bay
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
It's beautiful there, isn't it? Because I was really surprised at the wildlife you could see so close to Brisbane.
Yeah.
Dugongs, turtles, stingrays, it was all there. I was really surprised.
Yeah, probably a lot more than anywhere
A
else.
lot of other places, that's true. And then
Yeah.
you've got your snorkeling around the wrecks.
Yeah.
So it is quite a lot to do there, actually.
There
and all
are.
just a suburb from Brisbane, really.
Yeah. We went into the Brisbane River.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and that's pretty cool, just to be in the city.
Could you stay there for any length of
You
time?
could anchor in the river for nothing, or
Right.
we just tied up to the pylons.
Yeah,
Is that what they're
okay,
called?
yeah.
Pylons for $70 a week.
Ah.
So it's really cheap. And then
I would like to do that.
you should do it. It's so
Ah, and who do you contact to arrange that?
good. There's someone in the city somewhere
Right.
that there's a number.
We'll
I'm not
find
sure
out,
Rams will
folks,
be able
and
to, yeah.
put a link below.
I don't know. But that is so good. You're right next to the botanical gardens. You are right in the heart of the city.
Wow,
It's
see, that would be
unbelievable.
perfect. In fact, I did say to Don, I don't know if you watched that show on the ABC called Harrow.
No.
It was about he was, what's the word? I'm going to have to pause at this point while
An autopsy person.
Autopsy person. Harrow, yes, the show Harrow on the ABC. It's about the fellow who does autopsies, forensic autopsies, and he lived on his boat in the Brisbane River. And it's worth watching if you haven't seen it. Where are you?
Do they show you the body? And then
Yeah,
they
but
show you the body and then they cut it up.
well, you know, it's all smoke and mirrors. It's TV, you know. So the show
Wow.
isn't about the procedures. It's more about him and his family and his wayward daughter and his relationship with women. He's divorced and he's a bit of a hunk because he's off what show?
So it's just bait, like
It's a TV show. It's not.
He doesn't
based
really
on
do it.
fact. No, he doesn't really do it, Erin.
Here I'm trying to picture like this guy at
No.
the Brisbane River. And
It's
I'm like,
only
maybe
TV.
it could have been him.
No. And he's the guy off, not Poldark. You know, that hot guy on Poldark. Oh my God,
No
Erin.
idea.
where
Oh
have
my
you
gosh.
been?
I know we don't watch too much TV, obviously. We're too busy watching Bakali. Sailing Bakali.
So I thought you were going to say too busy watching the Wiggles there for a minute, or Bananas in
Well,
Pyjamas.
yeah,
but,
pretty much,
Yeah,
yeah.
too busy watching Sailing Bakali. I should think so. And I was going to say, what do you do to amuse yourself while on board? But you'd be so busy with the kids, I would imagine.
Pretty much. Or I love reading at the moment. Like I've never read so many books.
And who are you reading at the moment?
I'm reading gosh, it's some letter, like some secret letter or something.
Oh.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know, but just read Kitty Flanagan's autobiography.
Yes.
That's pretty
yes.
cool.
Okay.
Yeah, she's pretty
That sounds
funny.
like she is hilarious. I do love
Yeah,
Kitty
she's
Flanagan.
really cool. So yeah, just anything that you can find at the op shop or whatever.
And can you tie knots?
I'm shit house at tying knots. And
What
I
is it with
I was so annoyed with my cleating before.
Oh, well,
That
look,
really
that's
annoyed me
okay.
because I'm really good at
I
cleats.
always have to think, yeah, no,
What do we
you
call
have
it?
to twist it, tying off on the...
Yeah, I'm really
cleat.
usually good at that.
No.
Anyway, very disappointed in my
Can you
efforts.
tie any knots? Because I can't really do... I can do the fender knots that you do to tie off the fender.
Yeah, I don't...
I'm fender girl.
Yep.
I've seen you usually down the business end with the anchor too.
know.
What do you do there?
I drop the anchor. Oh no, I don't. Oh no, I don't really drop. Yeah, I do. I drop the anchor, and then I let the chain out. And
Yeah.
Then, so I go, how many meters?
Oh, so
And
while
then-
Ramsey's driving, you're down the business end.
Yeah.
And
then
so
I
do you
put
pick
the-
up the moorings as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, Don does all that and I'm driving and he's
Well,
yelling
driving's
back
pretty
at me.
fancy.
It's pretty easy.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I'd rather be down there and then
Ooh.
just putting the bridle on. And Ram's always like, I'm now trying to do it really quickly because he said that, geez, you look like you struggle with that bridle. And I was like, I really did a really good
But
job.
you nailed it.
Yeah,
I thought
so
you were
I'm
looking
trying
like
to
a
really
pro.
do it really quickly
I've seen
now.
you. I watched
Thanks.
you the other day coming in. Like
Thanks.
a pro, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I've got my
Doing really good.
bum out. The wind's always going up the dress.
Oh, dresses. Who wears dresses on a boat? Honestly.
I love them.
Half the time I'm not wearing any undies. And folks, nobody wants to see that when the wind blows. Nobody at all. So is there any yelling and screaming going on when you're coming into anchorages, or is it all pretty calm?
There's
Got it
probably
sorted.
90% of the time it's really calm.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes because you can't hear them very well.
No.
And I think there needs to be more signals. Like, for 20 metres, I would be like this. I'd go
Right.
like that.
Okay.
But Rams likes to call it out. I
Right.
can't hear sometimes.
We've got the sign language thing going on. So 20 for us is...
Oh, 20.
20.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and for reverse, Don will go... Because you know how you got to back it up when you're putting the ankle
Yeah.
down.
I
What
like
else?
it.
There's another signal that he'll ask me. Oh, how many metres is when he mumbles and I go, what? What are you saying? And it's like, there's only other one thing. If you can't hear what I'm saying, you know there's only one other thing I need to know. It's how many metres. And then I'll usually call out, 35! Or something. We don't have signals for that.
Love it.
So,
It's but then you see people with the microphones. I think
Yes.
that would have saved people's marriages.
yes, we were looking into that before we left, actually, little headsets. I couldn't find any that were... I must look into it again. I was looking for some wireless ones, but
That would be awesome.
that would be good. And did you undertake any training prior to coming sailing?
No, did you?
I did my little boat course just
that's
to
good.
get a boat licence.
Oh,
But I
good.
would have failed. Look, truth be known, I was okay on the on the theory, but on the practical, we had to take this dinghy up the river and do figure eights and come back. And you know how on a sailing boat everything's usually pretty slow. In the dinghy, I hadn't ever driven the dinghy before by myself, and I was driving it at a snail's pace. And the guy's like, "Get it planing, get it planing." And I'm like, "I'm too scared," because the river was pretty narrow and there were boats flying around everywhere. So I would have failed me, but he gave me a pass. So
That's excellent. So
apart from that,
do you
no.
what do you say? Drive the dinghy?
Drive the out dinghy. He did give me one lesson. I must say, Don did try and give me a lesson once. I've done it, and I did a lap around the boat and came back. But I keep saying to him, half the time I'd be lucky to be able to start that outboard. It seems to have a mind of its
really?
own. Because I know it's not always just a matter of cranking it first time and off it goes. It seems to be, I need more practice at that.
You need a Johnson. That's what Rams would say. You need a Johnson.
Maybe I do.
Yeah, an electric start or whatever he calls it. But it's really it's quite easy. And I'm not very good at driving, but I can if I needed to, I could get out the dinghy. But the big boat, no.
Do you go snorkeling and have to get in and out of the dinghy?
Oh yeah.
How do you manage that? Can you get in and out?
I have to pretty much like hurl myself, and then Rams has to pull me out.
Yeah, I can get out easily enough, but getting in, it's not a pretty sight when I'm trying to get into the dinghy.
I don't think it's a pretty sight for most people.
Oh my goodness.
Surely not.
In fact, we should all film ourselves getting into the dinghy sometimes. I know there is a video on YouTube of a woman who gets in backwards.
That looks harder.
It looks hard and painful.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, no.
So how does your relationship with Ramsey hold up under living at these close confines and with the kids, and how do you keep it all together, Erin?
Well, we have sleep-in days. We alternate. So I slept in this morning. So that's why I'm really calm and vibrant.
Okay, good.
But no, and then we'll swap over. So he'll have tomorrow, and we make breakfast for each other. I make a coffee, and it's really, I don't know, it's really, I think even if we didn't have kids, it would probably be a good thing to do. Just
I think so.
Swap over the breakfast.
Yes, it's a very caring thing.
Yeah, and you just, I don't know, and you go, oh my gosh, thank you, that was a great coffee.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's really cool. And I don't know, that's probably about it.
So do you ever fight?
We probably haven't as, like, I'm being honest, we probably fought more when we were working and everything like that and stressed.
I think we found it the same. We would fight more when we were working and on land than we do on the boat. And we did find before we set off sailing actually that we did get on really well when we were travelling together for long periods of time. And
oh yeah, mate.
Daisy's asleep.
Oh,
you beauty. Not anymore.
Oh, that's hilarious. I think what it is that you're around you're around each other 24/7. But
yes.
But the thing is you have to communicate. So Rams knows when something's up, especially when we first got the boat, and I didn't like it. And I really told him why and how I felt. And I think he really appreciated that.
Like in the early days?
Everything was a struggle.
Yeah.
Everything. And I think I sort of didn't realise that. And we had bad weather. Like we had a few cyclone sort of scares.
Were you able to sleep on the boat at first, like with the rocking? Is that something
that was fine. I was really tired from all the movement all the time. And I would say I still get quite snoozy. Which is good, but when you've got kids and they're active, it's really hard.
I think to keep up with them.
Yeah, someone said to us, like fellow cruisers said, you have to do it with kids and then you have to do it later on. Yeah, just to see how different it is.
Yeah, I must say we're finding it felt very cruisy.
Yeah,
cruising, but yeah, we don't have to be anywhere at any time. If we don't want to go ashore, we can just sit and read books all day. Like today we didn't get off the boat. We have a lot of days where we don't get off the boat. Probably too many. I'd probably prefer to get off the boat more often than Don. But
have you got a kayak or something?
I've got a stand-up paddleboard.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, but mind you, can't really from out there. Yeah. And I don't stand up on it really. I tend more to sit on it. I sit on the paddleboard because I'm a bit scared to stand up, a bit on the wobbles.
Yeah, they make it look so easy.
I can't do it very easily, especially when it's like in this. I probably could, but if a jet ski or a dinghy goes past, that's it. I'm down on my knees.
Can you get back up?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Well, sometimes if it's flat, I can. But I find because I struggle to get in and out of the dinghy, I can get. I'll go snorkeling with the stand-up paddleboard and tow it behind me. And have the goggle and snorkels on that, and I can get on and off that really easily.
Wow.
Which is...
It's so good.
Yeah. It's easier than getting in and out of the dinghy.
Oh.
What items do you have on board that you couldn't live without? Any little special things that you've brought that you think, oh, thank God I've got that with me?
Thank God I've got, we would have to say fans, a must. And you need a fan, like air, just a bit of air sometimes. And I've got a good fry pan.
Oh!
Yeah, I don't know, that's probably, and I'll think of something else later, but I think the fry pan is really big and deep. And you can cook a lot of different things in them. Like, in it, because I don't really like using the oven. It's not really great.
I haven't used the oven much, I must admit.
Oh, you've got an oven?
I've got an oven.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I used it originally when we came out because I bought some, I don't know if they were frozen or what they were, but some enchiladas, and they were great in the oven. God, look at that boat rocking and rolling over there.
Oh, God.
Roly, poly, roly, poly, roll.
On that boat. It's too rolly.
It is. Where's your boat? Yeah.
How are we going out there? I don't think that boat's facing the right... Oh, no, it is facing the same way.
This one's
Look
rolling.
at that one. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
And have you brought any things on board that you really don't need?
Yes. A hairdryer.
Right.
And a straightener.
Oh. Yeah, well, I've got my hairdryer and I bought my curling wand. And you know how often I've used that? Zero.
I know.
But the hairdryer I have used when I've gone, not on the boat, but just if I'm in a marina.
Yeah.
And if I've wanted to get my hair dry quickly.
Yeah, at night. You don't want to go to bed.
Yeah. But, and I probably didn't need to bring the 6 pairs of shoes.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
Probably didn't really need. I mean, thongs and thongs.
Bare feet, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like, there's no point. I blow dried and straightened my hair once at the Mooloolaba Marina.
Yes.
And I did it at night. And then this lady walked in and she's like, oh my gosh. And I said, I know. How good do I look? This is never going to happen again. And it was that humid that this goes anyway. So
that's right. That's the trouble with it on the boat. Yeah, it's not going to stay looking fabulous for very long at all.
So the girl in the marina saw it, and that was it.
And when you go grocery shopping, do you have any must-have items that you always look for as your regular staples? What are they?
Yeah, probably yogurt. Like the kids and Rams love that Gibson yogurt.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. But we have a list. Well, we had lists. Listless had lists.
Yeah.
But we pretty much went off that so that we wouldn't forget anything.
Yes.
And then we can just add. But maple syrup we always have.
Oh, yes.
You can
go
do
with
a lot.
the pancakes.
Yeah, you can do heaps with maple syrup.
Really?
Oh,
What do you do with your maple syrup?
Well, you make bliss balls.
Oh, yes.
And slices.
Yes.
And pancakes, and we put it a little bit in smoothies.
Oh.
Yeah, just to make that a little bit. I love maple syrup.
I love maple syrup.
Probably that and sauce, because Daisy and Elvis they say, can I have sauce with my chips and fish and chips? Fish and chips. So it's like, sauce is the main thing.
Sauce is the main thing, and they'll have some fish with that or some chips with that.
Yeah.
A plate of sauce.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah, we pretty much take that bottle, like a bottle, to the fish and chip shop if we go.
Yes.
So we don't spend like $10 on sauce.
Yeah.
Those little pathetic little...
I'll have $5 worth of your 50-cent sachets, please.
Pretty much. That's pretty much.
And I was going to ask you if there are any items in your galley that you absolutely love, but it's your frying pan.
And the NutriBullet.
Oh, do you use that a lot?
Oh, every day.
Yes?
Every single day.
Oh.
Well, you can make your bliss balls with it.
Yeah, yep.
Smoothies. You can... Oh, what else can you make? Pancakes out of nuts and everything.
Oh.
What else? You can do heaps of stuff in that thing.
Right.
Yeah, it's really cool. And just off the inverter. It's
Yeah,
really awesome.
okay.
And they're really easy to clean.
Okay. I know a lot of people have the NutriBullets on board.
You could probably make daiquiris or whatever.
Now we're talking. Might have to
Cocktails.
invest in one of those. Some Bloody Marys.
Oh, milkshakes, everything.
Yes.
Yeah, it's great.
Very good. The question everyone wants to know out there is, how do you fund your travelling? Do you have a weekly or monthly budget that you stick to?
No, we so we rent. Yeah, so we basically are living off our savings from our house. So we renovated our house from a shithole to it was quite beautiful. I thought it was really pretty, and so we made money on that, and that's what we fund ourselves on. And yeah, and basically we don't have a budget because I don't know. Well, you know, we live within. We try and be frugal.
Yeah, well, you're not in marinas very often, are you?
No, so we anchor everywhere, and we sort of just try and buy by the month our food, and then just go with it. Just try and
stretch it out.
Buy
in bulk.
Yeah, we've cut down on our meat probably. Like
yeah, we have as well.
Yeah, and then yeah, just I don't know. We try not to worry about money, and I know that sounds really ridiculous. A lot of people will be like, "That's silly."
Well, it can be a cause of a lot of arguments.
Yep,
I know we find that if we're arguing about anything, it's usually about money or lack thereof. So it's nice to, and it's hard to put a price on this sort of lifestyle, what you're doing with the kids and the rewards that they'll have down the track. You know, it's hard to put a figure on that. You're living life.
Well, we're not going to have what, say, our age families would have probably. Like, we'll probably never be on top. Like, but then, what's on top?
You know, somebody said that to me once, and I was going overseas. My ex-husband and I were going overseas for 12 months. And they said, oh, you'll come back and you'll be behind everybody. And I said, well, behind who? And who's keeping score? Who are we going to be behind? We'll have 12 months overseas in another country, full of different experiences, and behind who? No one's keeping score.
I know. Well, before kids, we travelled around Australia, so we like being nomadic, and we went around and we worked. Like we worked in Ayers Rock and then Perth and everything, but. When we came back, we thought we'd be really behind, and we were. We didn't have no money, but then we soon enough were able to, you know, buy a house.
Yeah.
So it's great. It's great that it's so different, and I love the cruising community because you would not know what people do. Like you would not know if one's a lawyer or one's a, you know.
I think it's a great leveller, isn't it? We've met people on all sorts of sizes of boats, types of boats, from different careers and backgrounds, and everyone, it's just a great leveller. We're all in the same spot, in varying degrees of boat, and it just doesn't matter.
It doesn't. I love it.
Plans for the future, Erin?
Well, so I was really like, because we have got the motor on the market, as I said, but Rams was looking at properties, and I was sort of not really ready for having, I don't know, going into a home again.
Oh, okay.
And I sort of said that, like, because, you know, you have to be honest. And he's like, oh, I think we need to get in the market. And I was like, oh, okay. And then he came back and he sort of said, what are we going to do next in the boat? And I said, oh, well, I guess we're going to go and look for work because we need some, we're getting low. And then he said, I was thinking we could sell the boat and live on a bus. And then we could work and we could bus swap overseas, you know, do something like that.
Brilliant idea.
And I was like, hello, I'm in. Like,
yes.
I don't want to, I think, I don't really want to settle down.
I don't think you should.
No, but it was, you know, you have to have both in the party, like, happy.
Yes.
So I was like, oh no, he really wants to settle down, but he sort of had a change of heart. He was like, no, I don't know why I'm worried. But you can get into that mentality of being worried.
Yes.
Like if you're hanging around people that are concerned about, you know, they're talking about real estate and everything like that, you start to think that way a little
You
bit.
think, oh gee, I should have something, I need something. Everyone else, all my friends have got mortgages and yeah, no.
Like you get a little bit worried, like but then then you get back out there and you just no, life's too short.
Life is short and you've only got one chance at it, and your kids are young, so a period overseas in whatever country would be perfect. You know,
That's so cool.
the school goes for a long time. They'll catch up, and you know, you keep educating them at home, and life on the road is a great education in itself, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, you've always got the two sides, don't you? Like you've got people that would say that is really irresponsible, and then you've got people who go, that is just the best education. So it's so really hard.
It's up to it's
I'm just more like, I don't know, I think that's my main thing, I don't know, sorry, about being on a boat would be that we've just learnt more about ourselves and what we want rather than what other people want.
Yes, it's very hard sometimes to step back and just be true to yourself and not try and compete or compare yourself with what other couples are doing or what they have, and just think, no, this is what I want to do, travel the road less travelled. I mean, most people get mortgages and work all their lives. How boring. I think if you can combine adventure in there, no one ever looked back on their life on their deathbed and said, gee, my boss really appreciated me while I was working. And things that the kids will remember as well. It's going to be the experiences, not that mum and dad were at work all the time and I was stuck in daycare. That's probably what my kids remember a lot about their childhood.
Oh no.
Oh, I'll have to ask them. Yes, they did spend a lot of time in daycare.
They're probably really social though.
Yeah, they're very social,
There's always
socially
good-
well adjusted.
Yeah, there's good things like their immune system's probably really good.
Yep, they caught everything going around.
Yeah.
We might just take a few little photos around the place if that's all right.
Yeah, that's great.
Ramsey and the boat and the kids. Well, see which kids are awake.